Welcome to the On My Workbench channel. A few years ago we needed a trailer, so we bought this one. It's the same trailer that we used to haul all the lumber for the new grow boxes. I knew at some point I would have to replace the old plywood deck and the taillights. As you can see in the photo, the deck is in bad shape and the right taillight has seen better days. In the next two photos you can see what it looks like after the old plywood deck was removed. I wanted to run all the wiring for the taillights through a piece of pipe to protect them from possible road damage, so I had to drill holes through the horizontal frame beams. I ran a piece of 1/2-inch PVC water pipe through the holes from the front to the rear of the trailer. I used two 1/2-inch PVC pipe caps with holes drilled in them on both ends of the water pipe. I ran the wire through the front cap and through the pipe and through the rear cap. I put the front cap on the front end of the pipe and I put the wire through the rear cap. I left enough wire at the front end to reach the connector on my van, but kept it short enough so that it would not drag on the ground. I put a dab of silicone sealant around the wires and in the holes in the PVC caps to help keep water out of the pipe. The taillights that I use have connections for the wiring on the outside. I found that most problems with trailer lights comes from the connections getting wet and corroding, increasing the electrical resistance, causing the lights to be dim, intermittent, or not work at all. So I decided to make all my connections on the insides of the lights to help keep the connections out of the elements. I also ran the wire out the bottom side of the lights to keep the rainwater from running along the wire into the light fixture. Here I am testing the tail lights to confirm that they work. I had to weld a piece of 1.5-inch angle iron to the horizontal frame beam in the rear and the front to fasten the 2x6s to. After cutting the 2x6s to length and dry fitting them in place, I popped a chalk line across the 2x6s over the center beam. Then I used a short piece of 2x6 to make a marking jig to mark the locations for the bolt holes. I stood the marking jig vertical on the chalk line and lined the edges of the marking jig with the edges of the 2x6s and marked the locations of the bolt holes. Whoever built this trailer did a very poor job of mounting the spare tire on the side rail. They used a 12-inch long eye bolt welded to the top of the side rail. The tire did not have anything to support the weight of the tire other than the top of the side rail, and it cracked over time. So I welded a steel plate to the side of the trailer frame under the tire to hold the weight of the spare tire. Please check back with the On My Workbench channel for more videos on cool stuff. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and click the little bell. And thanks for watching the On My Workbench channel.